Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing a detailed Christmas tree tie-dye edition, okay? With this Christmas tree, I tried it 3 different times. The first time I tried it, I really liked the way it turned out for the most part, but I went to the Facebook groups and I asked like, hey, what do you think I could do to make this better? So some ideas people had were to make the tree bigger, and another one they had was to add a tree trunk. So you'll see me incorporate those in this one, but I wanted to show my first rendition just so you could kind of see how it evolved. I also did one, and then the footage I took of it was not great. You couldn't really see where I was folding. So I did a third one, which is what you're going to see, but I also just wanted to share what that second one looked like. You can see how different they look. They look so different. And it's just because that's the nature of tie-dye, right? Like you're never gonna get the same thing twice in a row. So I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. I would love to see your results using this method and experimenting with different colors and stuff. So let's get into it. You are going to start by folding your fabric or your t-shirt in half. Next, I used a slip knot and I just tied one and set it aside for later. You can use a stencil for this next part or freehand it. Just draw 1/2 of the Christmas tree. I'm using Taylor's chalk here. Then I drew out half the tree trunk right there at the bottom. All right, so next you're gonna start by accordion folding your fabric. So when you get to a corner, you're going to want to turn the fabric around and try to make it so that that jagged edge turns into a straight line with your already folded fabric. Then you just continue accordion folding your fabric in the same way. You can see that Taylor's chalk is forming one straight line now. Take that slip knot and secure it right there. Then I started folding my tree trunk. You'll do this the same way as you did the tree, just accordion folding along the line. I used sinew to tie off this part, just so there was a crisp line around it. Next, I grabbed just a chunk of fabric for the star at the top. And I used sinew for this part as well. Then around the edge of the Christmas tree, I wanted a pretty white, strong line. So I tied off where the slip knot is with sinew and tied that as tight as I could. You can also see here the sinew on the tree trunk and the star kept falling off while I was doing this. You just have to tie it a lot. Those smaller pieces you have to tie a lot more. All right, I put a bowl down so that I could do some gravity dye with this. That's what you see here as the fabric is falling off the side of the bowl. I sprinkled it with soda ash. You can also prepare it in a soda bath before, but I like doing it this way. I used Brazil nut for the tree trunk. I mixed that in a little squirt bottle. Then I used marigold for the star, and I also wanted to outside of the tree to be lined with the marigold. The final result wasn't really a strong yellow line, but you can see it's a lighter green. Then I used emerald green as the tree. I used a spoon to sprinkle that on. And I used ox blood for the exterior red parts. I kind of scooted it down the edges so it would look like it was kind of exploding out the sides, and you'll see what that looks like after the ice melts. I just put the ice all over the die. And that's my final result. It turned out really cool. You can see how the gravity die just made it look like it's kind of exploding. It was really cool. I also tie-dyed a more simple Christmas tree. If you're interested in seeing that tutorial, it's linked right here.